Hey guys, I guess I'm recording 3 journals in one day, but sorry, I just ate a lot, so I might be burping and shit. Disgusting. But yeah, I just had one of the worst sales calls in my entire life. Not for the wrong reasons though. But I thought I had nothing to do anymore, but I do have a fat chain of action now, and so that's a really good thing. So really, I'm just gonna be consuming as much sales content as possible, trying to change how I talk to prospects, because a part of it is not me not taking a lot of calls, and another part of it, it's just me not taking a lot of calls, and so I basically forgot how to talk to people, and again, some preconceived notions about prospects that are destroying my confidence when I take those calls, and I second guess what I'm doing, which just sabotages, because calls are obviously live, so you have to just flow well, which is something my friend Owen is extremely good at, just talking to people, not even selling, just really talking to people. He is extremely good at that. So but yeah, I have a pretty fat chain of action, just consuming as much sales stuff, taking more calls, taking notes, and other than that, really stepping back and seeing what I actually need to work on this business. Because sure, I have some clients not really paying me though, because fucking half of them aren't even ready to go yet, but there's a lot of things happening at the hurricane's probably going to delay all that stuff by a couple days or even a week. Hopefully not a whole week, but fucking hair in my face. But I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to do. Really just sales. I mean, sales is 100% a skill, obviously, but I don't know, I didn't know I was this bad at sales. I'm pretty bad at sales. So yeah, there's a fuck ton of work to do, and again, just gotta do it. And well, I'm happy it's come to this point. I haven't gotten to say this a long time, so that means I'm definitely progressing, like a lot, in terms of what I'm doing and how much progress I'm making. Like, I've never said in my entire life that all I need to work on is sales, even though that was kind of my situation in terms of getting those 6-ish clients, which I was okay at sales. I was just kind of doing the framework provided, and it was working pretty well. But I want to get even better at sales, to the point where I could actually build up as much pain as possible, not rely on a charity offer, actually get some, 2K setup fees, retainers, pips even. Just become at sales level kind of what Owen is right now. Owen is very good at sales, and Owen's nothing special. He's not anything out of reach that I can't become. So that makes me feel really good. On top of everything, this if I post this video anywhere, no one's gonna know who I'm talking about, but a member in Eric Cavalier's mentorship called Lyron, he managed to close a deal today, and that kid is he's progressed. I respect him. I don't know him, but he's progressing, he's learning, but he's definitely not of the best abilities. And by that I mean like extremely. I don't want to be rude or anything, but him doing that today gives me a lot of confidence, because if people like him are doing it, then why can't I? I just, again, go through as much sales content as possible to make my mind better when it comes to sales and being open-minded, because the last way I'm going to succeed is thinking that there's only a few ways to do it and rejecting information just because it's not familiar with me right at the moment. Obviously, putting a lot of action, taking calls, setting appointments, doing cold calls to practice when I have extra time, work on my product, getting results, keep doing what I'm doing. being aggressive, listening more, all that stuff, all that shit. So just, I guess my macro chain of action is, I said chain of action so many times today, but I don't know. It's this feeling when, it really is just this feeling when you got something new to do and you try it and you dive into it and you realize there's so much to do when you do that. Kind of like when my friend Owen went to go try to improve his client results and then realized he had to track almost every metric inside of his business. So I'm sure that was fun for him and not daunting at all. Sarcasm, by the way. And that's how I feel. I know I have to work at sales, not closing. And really, it is a beautiful thing, because here's the thing, like, I've done the unrewarding work already. Like, I have a great product. I've learned a fuck ton. I've iterated, I've tested, I've learned my niche. Learning your customer and work on your product are two of the most painful and unrewarding things. And I've already got that down to a T compared to my other abilities like sales. Sounds like there's a car behind me, but it's just a storm. I'm getting a lot of gas here because your boy overate again, far too much. I'm definitely not eating 2,000 calories a day, but it's fine. I'm somehow not getting fat. That's just how hard I'm working. But yeah, again, like, it's just super daunting when you go into something new. You got a new sector to work on. For example, when we actually get to like 10K a month and we have to start hiring out, client success guys, that will probably be that next phase. But besides the point, learn a fuck ton, apply, iterate by sending sales calls to all types of people, getting more information. And it's just gonna be a cycle. I just have to do it. And the only thing that's really the only thing that will be an obstacle is thinking that there is not an abundance of calls, money, and opportunities. Thinking that is scarce will definitely sabotage me. And I need to have that abundance mindset. If I don't have an abundance mindset in terms of that, I'm doomed. And then besides that, like, getting in my own way in terms of not letting myself improve, being closed-minded, being scared to change because of the risks of changing. Like, for example, if I change my script, I might lose a week's worth of time of progress. But it's those things where those concerns and being cautious in that area will be the sabotager. And I obviously need to make good decisions. But being too cautious is going to be the thing that sabotages me. So that's my thoughts. And I think this is a new era. And I'm actually, like, I'm genuinely excited and happy because sales is a really fun thing to work on. Like, it's calls, so you're talking to people. It's a skill and it's tangible. Like, everything happens on an hour-long call. That is insane. When you're working on your product or you're fucking researching your niche, there's nothing fun and tangible about it unless, like, you make some cool high-level automation and it works well. But, like, yeah, this is gonna be like, it sounds insane, but I've been working on this business for about a year. And by working I mean waking up at 6 a.m. Realistically, waking up at 6:30 to 7 a.m. And there's so many fucking cars. I don't understand. I think they're all booking it to the north to avoid the hurricane. But I don't know. But yeah, I've been working on this business for about a year now. And by working, I mean waking up at 7:30. In the first half of the year, I was going through high school. So I was waking up at like 6 a.m., going through the bullshit of high school, working during high school, as a matter of fact, because I would just get people to do my homework for me. I abused everyone out of homework. It was amazing. So I didn't have to do too much homework. I still failed a couple classes. Did as much work as possible. I got home and I still got to fucking work. And then I would stay up till like 11 and then I would do it all over again. And school would as horrible as high school was, it was really the thing keeping me from going crazy, which sounds insane because high school was not enjoyable. I didn't have a single good friend in there. A lot of people picked on me because, well, they were just bored. Honestly, I wasn't really that frustrated with the high school, even with the people who picked on me, because it was just kind of amusing and funny. Because a good chunk of people who did pick on me are actually they're decent people, and they've had decent conversations with me, and they're almost like a friend. So it's really it's really funny and nice to look back on. But besides that, high school ends at around May, and I'm thinking it's gonna be the best time of my life because I'm gonna have so much time to work on this business. Little did I know that was the fucking beginning of working. Despite that time, I worked for about 7-ish months on my business, and I thought I was gonna have a great time making money. Just more work, man. And so after high school ended, I obviously didn't have anything going on but work, the business, sorry. And so yeah, I just kept waking up at 6:30, working till 6, 7, 8. I would always go to sleep early. I would never stay up till 12. That's not healthy. I would always wake up at 6:30ish, maybe even 7. Sometimes I would sleep in at 8, and then very occasionally I'd be burnt out, feeling absolute helplessness, and I would stay in my bed till 11. Besides those details, I would wake up at 6:30, work till 8 p.m. So a lot of work, over 12 hours a day. I'm still doing that to this day. I woke up at 6:30 today, or 6:40, worked out immediately. The rest of the day was work. But what I was saying is that despite doing that much work over the course of a year, I don't feel burned out because I'm just working on different things. And when you work on different things hardcore, just that one thing, whether it be just your product, just sales, just outreach, it feels like a different job. Really does. And so this is going to be a new era, a new quote unquote job, which is really exciting because sales is, unless you're seeing the world in a negative light, sales is fun. But if you're negative, sales is not fun. Nothing's fun when you're negative. It's all about the mindset and perspective. If you don't have those things, everything will be a negative, or everything will be an opportunity, and everything will be fun and positive. See, I'm about to head to my house. It's a perfect timing. It's a longer journal, but I honestly just like talking to this camera. Helps me talk a little bit more, so hopefully that helps with my calls. Oh man, those calls went really bad. But I don't give a shit. And if you give a shit when you do badly, you will do bad. If you don't, you will just keep improving and working, putting the inputs, and then eventually you will become good through enough inputs, because that's how the universe works. But as you see, I'm walking on my driveway. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna be ready to grind again. It's gonna feel like a new era. So hopefully this will be a new era, and hopefully it will happen. The tangibility will come, and I will probably cry when that happens. See you guys.